The mysterious rest house. A car pulls up to an old, weathered rest house on a foggy evening. The headlights pierce through the mist, illuminating the worn-out rest house sign. A middle-aged man, John, steps out of the car and walks towards the front door. The wooden porch creaks under his weight as he turns the rusty doorknob and pushes the door open. John steps into a dimly lit lobby. Dust particles dance in the weak light from a flickering chandelier. The furniture is covered with white sheets, and a large, ornate mirror hangs on the wall. John catches a glimpse of his reflection in the mirror. For a split second, his reflection doesn't mimic his movements, but seems to stare back with a sinister smile. John turns away from the mirror, shaking off the uneasy feeling. He hears a faint whispering sound coming from the dark hallway. He hesitates, then decides to follow the sound. The hallway is long and narrow, lined with old portraits whose eyes seem to follow John as he walks. The whispering grows louder, almost like a chant. John reaches a door at the end of the hallway. The whispering stops abruptly as he places his hand on the doorknob. He takes a deep breath and opens the door. Inside the room, John sees an old rocking chair that moves back and forth on its own. The air is cold, and there's an overwhelming sense of dread. Suddenly, a ghostly figure of a woman appears in the corner of the room, her face obscured by her long hair. She points to a dusty old book lying on a table. John cautiously approaches the table and picks up the book. As he opens it, the pages are blank except for a single, handwritten message: "Leave now, or be trapped forever." John slams the book shut and rushes out of the room. The house seems to come alive, with doors slamming and windows rattling. He sprints down the hallway towards the exit. Just as he reaches the front door, John looks back and sees the ghostly figure standing at the end of the hallway, watching him. He bursts out of the house into the foggy night. John jumps into his car and speeds away. In the rearview mirror, he sees the rest house fading into the mist, the ghostly figure standing on the porch. John finally stops at a gas station miles away. He sits in the car, catching his breath. He looks down at the passenger seat and sees the old book lying there. His eyes widen in terror.